Great. And Wendy, I do have control now, right?
Yep,
I see it.
You're all set.
Great. So first of all, thank you for attending. And we talk about this webinar, and a lot of the themes is understanding the background within the waterfall so-called methods and how Agile and testing has changed, and requiring skill sets, tools, process, and all those types of things. Just from a little bit of background, where I came from, as I said, over 20 years of experience. I've founder and president of a company that developed commercially test products for what we call behind the scenes MQ, TIBCO, all the buses, and also in the last 15 years heading up the Agile and testing practice for our organization. A little bit of what that evolves is everything from making sure the right best practices are in place, setting up global teams, and implementing and executing for our customers. And side note, I began my career as a MUMPS developer, if anybody knows that, a lot in the healthcare space. So come at it from a lot of different areas, and I'm happy to be here and hopefully answer your questions and give you some good education. Thank you. Sorry, there's a bit of delay. I'm trying to get this thing moving. Hold on. It doesn't seem to want to do that, so we'll do it manually. Okay. So before we get started, I wanted to give you a little background. This is a waterfall methodology, what everybody has been used to over the years, right? Where the reason is a waterfall is you start with steps, right? So it's long cycles, but you start with building the requirements, doing your design, doing your development coding, doing your testing, and deploying, and then support. Those types of systems can take years to formally develop, and a single delivery time could be 6 to 9 months. This is kind of the old school and what was brought up, and as everyone is aware, things are changing in a weekly, monthly basis, business initiatives, and be able to address and fix those is very tough in a waterfall methodology. And for years, in those type of methodologies, right, developers completed the code, testers test it, then you build all your operations and support around that, and frankly, some people weren't happy. Sometimes no one was happy. The developers didn't code correctly, the testers didn't test right, the end users weren't happy, and it was really a situation where people didn't really work well together. And as I said, those types of releases take a long time. So with the Agile methodology, a lot of different things have changed. And I'm going to use an approach here that people hopefully are familiar with from a Scrum approach, where you're implementing and grooming user stories, you're working as a team, you're prioritizing your product backlog, you're doing your sprint planning, but everybody's working together, right? So you have your daily scrums, you're incrementing, and you're releasing small increments of work, generally 2 weeks or less. A lot of people are going with 2 weeks, but here's the bottom line. Everybody is working together. You're seeing people, BAs doing testing work, testers doing BA work. You're seeing developers jumping in and doing testing work. The product owners are given the ability to direct which features are the most important, What are the most critical that have to go in? And I want to be clear here, we're not educating and trying to give you Agile methodology, but I did want to set the stage for anybody that was not necessarily familiar with the old way from a waterfall perspective to the new way. So I just want to make sure we see where we're headed. And certainly there are a lot of statistics out there, but rest assured, 90% of the organizations are headed or are implementing into an Agile type of world. And I thought it was important to bring up performance because it kind of relates to why you need to go Agile and some of the things that are happening. And this is a DevOps report standing around, okay, who are the high performers? And high performers are measured on a couple different areas. Your deployment frequency, your lead time for changes, your mean time to recover, meaning how long does it take to restore something when it wasn't working appropriately, like an unplanned outage or such, and change failure rate, which means essentially a degraded service, remediation, it requires a fix. And look what's being measured, right? These all are pointing to the way you have to work in an Agile environment. The high performers are doing multiple deployments a day. Their lead time is less than an hour. Their mean time is less than an hour. And their failure rates are low. Medium performers generally have to get once a week or at minimum once a month. And it goes on. But here's the message. You need to be able to the capability to move quickly, effectively, and deploy your products or your solutions for your end users. And with the world changing and technologies changing and tools changing, that requires organizations to adapt and to really look at how they service their customers. I should do quality assurance for the latency of this network. That was a joke. So when people talk about Agile and testing, I wanted to make it clear that you just don't say that. And this involves the entire organization. If you truly want to be successful and move into Agile testing, there's some key components that have to be built as part of your solution. So,
hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year. But if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.